Friends, joining me now in this Fox Business exclusive is the director of the CIA, John Ratcliffe. Director Ratcliffe, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Great to be with you, Maria.
Yeah, I want to get your assessment of the speech last night and then get into the breaking news that the president brought us last night, thanks to the intelligence out of your agency, the CIA.
Well, Marie, it really was a historic night. You know, President Trump, only the second president ever to serve non-consecutive terms as president, and the first to overcome the political lawfare against him to imprison him and keep him from returning to office. So it was an electric atmosphere. It was great for me. As you know, I had the opportunity to serve President Trump in his first administration. So to return with him to the Capitol yesterday to address the nation with a cabinet that is extraordinary, that he has put together to do extraordinary things, and watch him outline that for the country was really an amazing opportunity, and I think I enjoyed it with all Americans.
Yeah, the majority of Americans are also feeling optimistic after that speech. But I want to get your take on what he announced, the arrest of one of the suspected terrorists behind the 2021 Abbey Gate bombing, where 13 of our American service members were killed during the disastrous Afghanistan pullout. Here's the president. Watch.
3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the Abbey Gate bombing during the disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice. And I want to thank especially the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster.
The alleged plotter, one of the leaders of an ISIS branch in Pakistan and Afghanistan, and the CIA relayed his location to Pakistani officials, who then captured him near the Afghanistan border. He'll likely arrive on U.S. soil today to face an indictment. Axios reporting this detainment could be a signal the Pakistanis want to re-engage with the Trump administration on intelligence and counterterrorism. John, President Trump directed you to prioritize the capture of these terrorists behind the Abbey Gate bombing. What can you tell us?
Well, Maria, I can tell you that this terrorist, who goes by the nom de guerre Jafar, is in U.S. custody. I was there at Dulles Airport last night to receive him, along with FBI Director Kash Patel, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard. So, as you've seen, as the country has seen, the president had a to-do list. We are working at warp speed, and one of the first things that he told me as CIA director was to make this a priority on counterterrorism, to find the people responsible. Remember, the Biden administration had 3.5 years to do this. They didn't find anyone. They didn't hold anyone accountable for those 13 U.S. service members killed at Abbey Gate. My second day on the job, Maria, I spoke with the head of Pakistani intelligence. I shared with him intelligence that we had indicating that Jafar was located in the Afghan-Pakistan border region. I told him if he wanted to work with President Trump and have good relations with our country, that they would make this a high priority. So we worked with Pakistani intelligence. Jafar was apprehended in short order and is in the United States to face justice. It's the Trump effect, Maria. Everywhere I go, everyone I talk to, all of our foreign partners, allies, and even problematic allies want to do more with the United States. It's the Trump effect. And you saw that play out, and you're going to continue to see that play out as President Trump really wants to make sure that our intelligence community and our law enforcement community, instead of being weaponized to go after political opponents, is doing what we're supposed to be doing, which is to work together for American justice, to hold our adversaries accountable to the American people. And he put an exclamation on that, an exclamation point on that last night. It's great to be a part of it.
And Abbey Gate was so important, not just because we lost 13 of our incredible servicemen and women, but also because it acted as a catalyst for our adversaries elsewhere to get on the march. Isn't that right?
Adversaries in the wake of that disastrous withdrawal, as you said, Maria. I mean, Putin invaded Ukraine. We saw China advance everywhere across the globe, including launching a spy balloon over our own country. We saw Iran emboldened through its axis of resistance, its proxies throughout the Middle East. And now you're seeing a fast reversal of that. Our allies are coming to us, coming to me as the CIA director and say, we want to do more with you. We want to work with you. The world needs the leadership that we had under President Trump. The world was safer 4 years ago, and we want it to be safe like it was 4 years ago with President Trump now. So it's having a great impact, not just in this country, Maria, but around the world. And the world is going to be a safer place. And you see that playing out everywhere, including in Ukraine. President is the peace president, and he wants a commitment that that's going to happen. So he's working hard to achieve peace there. We'll push back on China. We'll push back on all of our adversaries, and we'll work with our allies around the globe who want to do more with the United States because they know that President Trump is going to provide the leadership to make the world a safer place, not just the United States.
John, before you go, a word on Ukraine. The president raised Ukraine last night, and I spoke with the president of Poland yesterday, President Duda. And one thing that came out of my interview was the fact that in addition to cutting off Ukraine in terms of aid, the U.S. also cut off intelligence. And I thought that was really interesting and important because up until now, Ukraine was actually able to use the U.S.'s intelligence, understanding where Russia was operationally, but we cut that off, right? Is that a temporary thing? Can you tell us anything at all about the intelligence on Ukraine and Russia?
Sure. What President Trump said is he asked for a pause. As I've mentioned, President Trump is the peace president. Never been a war under his leadership. He wants to end the wars that exist. And so in this case, as everyone saw play out, President Trump had a real question about whether President Zelenskyy was committed to the peace process. And he said, let's pause. I want to give you a chance to think about that. And you saw the response that President Zelenskyy put out a statement saying, I'm ready for peace. And I want Donald Trump's leadership to bring about that peace. And so I think on the military front and the intelligence front, the pause that allowed that to happen, I think, will go away. And I think we'll work shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine, as we have, to push back on the aggression that's there, but to put the world in a better place for these peace negotiations to move forward. Again, President Trump is going to hold everyone accountable to drive peace around the world.
All right. We will leave it there. Director Ratcliffe, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you, sir.